going to learn a little bit about KWANZAA. KWANZAA is a holiday that celebrates the culture of African Americans and Africans throughout the diaspora. KWANZAA is spelled KWANZAA, and the two A's at the end of KWANZAA stand for African American. KWANZAA is a holiday that is celebrated for 7 days from December 26th all the way to January 1st. KWANZAA is a unique American holiday that pays tribute to the rich cultural roots of Americans of African ancestry. KWANZAA means the first or the first fruits of the harvest in the East African language of Kiswahili. KWANZAA was founded in 1966 by Dr. MAULANA KARENGA, a Black Studies professor who describes himself as a cultural nationalist. KWANZAA originated as a cultural idea and an expression of the nationalist US organization, which was headed by Dr. Karenga. KWANZAA is not considered a religious, political, or heroic holiday, but rather it is considered a cultural holiday. KWANZAA is based on 7 principles known as the Nguzo Saba. The Nguzo Saba means the 7 principles of KWANZAA. The first principle, which is celebrated on December 26, is Umoja. Umoja means unity. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. The second principle, which is celebrated on December 27th, is Kujichagulia, which means self-determination. To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves, instead of being defined, named, created for, and spoken for by others. The third principle, which is celebrated on December 28th, is Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility. To build and maintain our community together and make our sisters and brothers' problems our problems and to solve them together. The fourth principle, which is celebrated on December 29th, is Ujamaa, which means cooperative economics. To build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. The fifth principle, which is celebrated on December 30th, is Nia, which means purpose. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. The sixth principle, which is celebrated on December 31st, is Kaumba. Kaumba means creativity. To do always as much as we can, in the way we can, in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. The seventh principle, which is celebrated on January 1st, is Imani, which means faith. To believe with all our heart in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. Oftentimes people want to know, how can KWANZAA be celebrated? KWANZAA can be celebrated in a number of ways, but at a bare minimum, you should have the following 7 symbols. a placemat, usually made of straw, known as the makeka. The candle holder, known as the KINARA, which holds 7 candles. The 7 candles, which are known as the Mushuma Saba. There is 1 black candle, 3 red candles, and 3 green candles. On each day of KWANZAA, the candles are lit alternately from left to right, and the black candle is placed in the center. You light the black candle first, and then you light a red candle on one day, then a green candle on the next day, and then a red candle on the day after, and then a green candle on the day after. And by the end of the week, all of the candles are lit. When you light the candle, you recite the day. So for instance, on the first day, you would talk about Umoja, which is unity. And then on the second day, you would talk about Kujichagulia, which is self-determination. You also want to make sure you have a variety of fruit and vegetables known as the mazao. You also will have ears of corn representing the number of children in the home. These ears of corn are called vibunzi. There will also be ZAWADI, which are gifts for the children. Lastly, you will have Kikombe cha Umoja, which is the communal unity cup, and that is used for pouring and sharing in libations. These are the basic aspects of KWANZAA.
KWANZAA time, dedication time, celebration time for the African nation. KWANZAA time, restoration time, Nguzo Saba time for the African nation. Sisters and brothers, parents and elders, creator and ancestor, community comes together to celebrate our history, to open up the mysteries, to maintain our unity and shape our